representing Luxembourg, Michel.
Three more bouts to come in this afternoon session. Here is Michel Erpelding from Luxembourg up against Georgii Kushitashvili from Georgia. And Kushitashvili was one win away. The first World Qualification Tournament in Busto-Arsizio, lost a unanimous decision to Uzbekistan's Lazizbek Mulujonov. And Kushitashvili beat Nanitsanian in Italy. So they could be meeting each other again in the round of 16 here. Erpelding, see Kushitashvili has stopped Emmanuel Pompey of Guyana in his first contest. Erpelding, from what I can tell, hasn't boxed in a while. Last June he was stopped by Nanitsanian, who we saw win our previous bout in a tournament in Poland. He was once based at the Holy Family Boxing Club in Belfast, Northern Ireland. So I have some Irish support for him here.
No question. Some big boxers have come out of that stable as well. Some of the Irish team. In fact, 3 of them I can think of. Both of the Walshes from the Holy Family as well.
Aiden's here. Hoping to return to the Olympic Games after winning a medal in Tokyo. Kushitashvili would be quite a strong favourite here, the man in red, already getting to work with the left hand.
Yeah. Clean, very good with the jab, letting the punches go in flurries here, and having his way at the moment with Erpelding to his credit. A little more of a balance issue there, but coming forward, that kind of crouching peekaboo style.
Took a solid jab there on the way in, did Erpelding. Kushitashvili switching to the body as well. This is a good start from the Georgian.
Yeah, excellent counter right hand, just slips back, picks that shot off. And when you're finding the body with 2 and 3 shots, it means that you can do the same to the head. And he's went with the fundamentals first, the Georgian, and Kushitashvili looking good now.
Yep, getting through the guard as well. This could be a long 9 minutes for Erpelding, judging by the opening 80 seconds of this contest.
Hopefully you can see those entire 9 minutes, because you get the feeling Kushitashvili can turn on the power if needed as well. But certainly in this fact-finding mission, it's looking good halfway through.
Wasn't a bad response from Erpelding. Made Kushitashvili sit up and take notice for the first time, but Georgian soon back in gear. Cleverly tying Erpelding up as he tried to manoeuvre him into the corner.
Yeah, and it's difficult for Erpelding because he's, as you say, trying to manoeuvre into the corner, but he's just doing it through head movement and trying to duck down with that kind of leaping left hook, landing round the back there rather than the kind of flanks. The kidney shots are allowed, but not round the back of the boxer there. But Erpelding, there's not much feints, there's not much head movement. It's try and get in and throw the big arching hook. It could pay dividends. It's a low percentage shot.
Yeah, and he's getting caught as he comes forward. 20 seconds to go in round 1. Another with left, taken on the chin.
It's been one-way traffic, hasn't it, for Kushitashvili? Just shimmies around there, finishing with the jab. Really good.
Pretty dominant opening round. That's the sort of round where I would think would merit a 10-8.
Yeah, that's could be comprehensive. The judges not echoing that there in terms of the overall scores on the board, but that was a shutout. There was nothing coming back from Erpelding, of course, due to Kushitashvili's effective control of the ring.
It's one of my, I'm not going to say it's one of my pet gripes, but it is something I do mention.
So that
often.
means it is one of your pet gripes.
I do think that there should be more 10-8s.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, that round, Erpelding probably landed 2 or 3 shots.
Sure.
And it was, as you say, it was one-way traffic. I thought that was a clear round in favour of Kushitashvili.
Yep, the judges agree with you, but not giving it that 10-8 margin, often reserved. If there's a knockdown in the round, then you'll see a 10-8.
Yeah.
As you say, it was conclusive there.
I think we saw Lauren Alfonso get a 10-8, but maybe from just one of the judges. It's a rarity. Again, continuing where he left off in round 1, Kushitashvili in complete control as Erpelding does get him into the corner. It's a little ticking off, but I'm sure he'll quite happily accept that.
Yeah, nullified the danger there because Erpelding's tactics, as we mentioned, clear, trying to crowd him, use that head movement. And he's obviously got good hooks if he can get in, but those bent arm shots, you need to be much closer. And to do that, you've got to get past this excellent jab and uppercut from Kushitashvili, who's just really dominating now, up on his toes.
Full range of shots here from Kushitashvili. There's the hooks, there's the body shots, there's everything there, and Erpelding has no response at the moment. Lovely body shot again.
Not if you're Erpelding.
No, definitely not. I mean,
the elbows came down there after it and thought, oh, this is... He's a tough boy.
He'll be sore.
He will indeed. Tough man, no. Michel Erpelding. Georgii Kushitashvili, good value. Controlling this bout with good grace and style.
Looks like we could have a rematch of the Busto-Arsizio clash between Nanitsanian and Kushitashvili. There's a bit of holding and hitting there. I mean, I think he's in so much control, a point deduction wouldn't matter, but you don't want
I agree
to
with
get
you.
A point taken off.
Totally, I had the exact same thought. The referee's just said, no. In the context of this, he was saying stop as the punch was coming. He was also holding, but immaterial. Erpelding not even getting that little bit of crumb of comfort. But that's the second warning now. So Kushitashvili been made to work now in this last 40 seconds or so, but back behind the fundamentals.
It's a really good jab, isn't it?
Really good. Used to say the right hand will take you across the road, but the jab will take you around the world. And that's what Kushitashvili's showing here.
Well, Erpelding is puzzled by that standing 8 count. I'm a little bit as well. I'm not sure it was warranted, but he's well behind in this contest.
Kushitashvili doing what he wants when he wants. Another straight right hand. Just going through the repertoire here. Very impressive.
That standing 8 count could make 1 or 2 judges give a 10-8 in that round. 3 judges indeed have given it by 10-8. Can't really argue with that.
Oh, and of course now, we've talked before about the reality of any Olympic sport at the elite level. Of course, Michel Erpelding, in terms of the Luxembourg stable as opposed to the Georgian stable, when it comes to sparring partners, when it comes to availability of top people to go against, if you're in a good group, they drag up the standard. If it's you and maybe a couple of others, it's a lot harder to be that kind of lone wolf that's chasing it. So Erpelding hasn't been able to show that in the first 2 rounds, and that inability to transfer his obvious desire and technical skill. He's coming up against someone that has got 5, 6, 7, 8 sparring partners around him that can really drag him through, you know.
Final round. Can Erpelding at least give Kushitashvili something to think about. Got through a couple of shots there, and he's got the Georgian on the back foot, probably for the first time in this contest, working the body. There's the response from Kushitashvili, though. There's just a bit more lead in those punches.
No question, plenty spite, and there's another count for that straight right hand. Chop down on Erpelding, who says, okay, I'm fine. And he is, there's no question, he's a very tough man, very game. No shortage of quality as well, but it's just, genuinely think that little bit more consistent sparring with more people. Kushitashvili, well schooled, handing out the lessons here.
This has been one of the more one-sided bouts from this afternoon, and might be a point. No, he was thinking about it. He was thinking about the point deduction, but opted not to give it.
Yeah, good and fair refereeing, mirroring the quality of judging I've seen so far. It's been good decisions back in the quality boxer, and quality boxing so far from Kushitashvili. Nice.
Slips the punch and then lands his own. It's very, very good to watch. In a similar way, we had Lauren Alfonso, obviously the Cuban style and very stylish, slipping punches. From Kushitashvili, it's been equally impressive, but in a different way.
Yeah, and I think as well, you're seeing the kind of A to Z of his repertoire there. You know, went into the shoulder roll a little bit there on the ropes. Check left hook. We've seen the jab, we've seen the body work. Good stuff.
Inside the final minute, and there's that ramrod left jab once again. Erpelding's going to have a few nightmares about that, I should think.
No question.
And the Luxembourger gets a point deduction for his pains. But you have to give credit to Erpelding. He's been brave and ultimately outclassed here, but there's a lot of pride here being shown.
Definitely. I think he would have known coming into it, the task in front of him, that he's been, you know, more than able to come and take on that task. He's give Kushitashvili trouble at times, but again, comprehensive.
Nice show of respect at the final bell, but zero doubt about your winner, the man in red, Georgii Kushitashvili, and he will face Vagan Nanitsanian for the second Olympic qualifying tournament in a row.
We're sick of the sight of each other.
Totally undemonstrative afterwards, just job done, next bout.
It's all business, you can see it, it's experience, it's preparation, and that really does make the difference, the margins in the end. The hunger's the same from both, the desire's the same from both, but fundamentals in the red corner, Kushitashvili, that's what sees him through.
Quite an imposing physical specimen as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to beat here in Bangkok, no question.
Erpelding saying, I didn't need those standing counts. I was okay.
The winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, representing Georgia, Kushitashvili, Georgia.
Like Erpelding's picked up a bit of the gift of the gab in his time in Ireland.
Exactly.
Chatting to the referee as the decision's being announced.
I like it. Full of chat and full of style, but also full of class there, holding the rope there for the victor, and the vanquished shakes the hand of the ref. I think he's just making the point there that, you know, okay, it was a clear win, but at no point was I in danger there, and that's, the fighter knows that themselves.
Yeah, fair enough. All academic in the great scheme of things. It's Georgii Kushitashvili moving on to the round of 16. He's 2 wins away from a Paris 2024 quota berth. 2 more bouts to bring you on Ring B this afternoon. Let's see some of the highlights of that pretty one-sided win for Georgii Kushitashvili. Coming up, we have Regan Simbwa of Uganda up against Hungary's Kopani Feher. Just confirmation of the result. We had a couple of 10-8s in that final round and a very lopsided scoreline on your screen.